every rehab treatment? Would you do all that?
No, but he just didn't finish it out.
It's sometimes like you can come back when you're 70%.
Yeah.
You can come back when you're 80%. You can come back close to 100. Guys nowadays, they come back close to 100.
Yeah, they wait.
When I first got in the league, if you damn near 70, 75%,
you better get out there.
You better get your ass out there.
It was a different
vibe.
I
mean? Because it was like the football player who got hit.
Because you could be lying.
Get your ass.
Because
you got nothing.
You could be lying. You could be lying.
Yeah.
You could be lying. You could just be tired.
Yes.
You may not be hurt. There was no measurement of if you were really hurt or if you were lying or if you were tired. You just had to get the fuck up and do it because it wasn't no, like they wasn't signing 15 other dudes or 5 and 7. Like, this your team, this your spot. And if your ass don't make it, like somebody is trying to push you out. You know what I mean? And if you make it on the team, now you're on the team. Now you got to make a name for yourself so they don't sign somebody to come replace you.
You gotta produce.
Now you got to make a name for yourself so people know, okay, I'm somebody, right? Because you coming in the league and you think Gary Payton about to be your friend? You think Gary Payton about to be like, who is you? You know, you walk in. You walking in the league, bro. You got the GPs, you got Penny, you got Terrell Brandon. He was cold. Sam Cassell, Jason Kidd,
that's my brother.
Damon Stoudemire. You know what I mean? You got all these dogs. Rod Strickland, Nick Van Exel.
Dogs.
You know what I mean? I could keep going, bro. I could keep going.
So you're
Kenny Anderson.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like these dudes, like
what was
Stephon Marbury, Iverson.
Killers.
That you had to make a name for yourself.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So you couldn't just be like, you couldn't just be somebody. You had to be somebody.
Yeah.
Right? So once you make your name for yourself, then, okay, this is who he is, and that's how people start recognizing you around the league. That's how you get a name.
And that's how you build.
That's how you get a style. Now I got a style. Now I get an opportunity to show you what I really can do. Now I'm gonna break this shit open, and then I need to be up here with these. I need to be mano and mano with these dudes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it was just like it was a grind.
How many teams did you?
It was a grind to get recognized. You know what I'm saying?
You did it. You did that for sure.
And like for me, to answer your question, because that was a good ass question. If I had any regrets, obviously I would have came. My terminology for the reason why I was never 100% because I was never 100% in life. You feel what I'm saying? Like my life and the way my life and the trajectory of my life, there was like, I can't be 100%.
Wow.
Shit's happening.
You over here, over there.
Bro, you know how I know, bro. That's why I'm in so much shit.
Niggas.
Right? Like, it's like if I was, that's why I'm in business and making music and doing all this shit because, like, I gotta keep going. So,
That's right.
So the metaphor, like, soon as I can get back on the court, man, at least I can do something that I'm good at instead of solving all these problems or dealing with it. You know what I mean? Because, like, I still ain't got no mama and daddy.
Right.
People on my team got mama and daddy at the game.
Yeah.
All right, I got to figure out how to do this shit. Like, all right, mama, where you at? Daddy, where you at? You know what I mean? Without that.
Yeah.
So it's like, soon as if I'm hurt, when you hurt, you got all the time in the world to think. And all the people in the world to talk to you and get you on whatever the fuck you want to be on some bullshit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so, like, soon as you can get back on the court, like, that's like your peace. That's your therapy. You know what I mean? So, for me, I didn't give a fuck if I was, like, if I could walk, if I could limp. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I played 16 games with, like, loose cartilage floating in my knee. Dang. It wasn't no, oh, let's get an MRI after the game. It was like, all right, like, you sure your shit's straight? Yeah. You know what I mean? Right. The trainer, like, man, keep icing it, take a pill. Like, it'll be all right. It wasn't like a sophisticated approach.
You were also, you weren't the 13th guy on the team either, so there was a different pressure on you.
Absolutely.
We need you back, Papa. How's that ankle?
Yeah, no, all that.
You know what I'm saying? You get a call from the owner, the general manager, the owner's wife. Hey, I'm sorry.
They don't have to do that.
I'm just saying, but
but they don't.
Your own pressure.
He's saying he did it himself.
They don't have to do it was that.
But I'm saying your own when you knowing what you meant to the team.
Yeah,
you're like don't
responsibility.
Worry. The minute I'm at 69,
and that's like a painter, right? That go to class every day and got easels and canvases and shit like that, but no paintbrush and paint.
You gonna figure something out.
Man, you gonna be frustrated. You know what I mean? It's like, man, I gotta do something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
that's how the handprint painting started.
To throw that shit on.
But you gonna throw something. You gonna figure it out.
You gonna figure it out.
Right? You gonna figure out a way to get yourself to a place where.
What was your favorite team?
I got different favorite teams for different reasons. My Charlotte team because I was
That's
the youngest.
Your first team.
That was my first team. I was the youngest dude on the team. I got a chance to like come in the league, be silly, be funny. You know what I mean? A lot of those dudes protected me.
It was a smaller market too, right? So you didn't have that much pressure. Like you come to New York, it's all on you. If you would have came,
yeah, I would say my time in New York. You know, we started the Knicks tape when I was here.
Yeah, the Knicks tape.
And
that's right.
you know, I was like, my thing when I got to a team was like, how do I make this fucking team work? How do I get in the DNA of like everybody's psyche? And so when the Knicks tape came about, it was just like we was walking, and Amari Stoudemire was like, Knicks tape? What's the Knicks tape? And he was like, man, ain't nobody say nothing about no Knicks tape. And I was like, but that is a brand name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it like, to me, it was like the Knicks and New York were always like, couldn't find the right synergy.
Yes.
The 13th man on the Knicks had an entourage and be over here Lower East Side. Yeah. 12th man over here Upper West Side, right? So the city actually divided. Yeah, the city is divided. So then that way when the players, after they leave the game, everybody feel like a star. So if everybody feel like a star and everybody got their entourage, then what the fuck are they telling them when they go back to the gym? And if you look at the history of the Knicks, there's a lot of stars.
Yeah.
Right? But they never could formulate and the talent could never formulate and be who it was, because as soon as they get here, it was like you almost had to have your entourage and the posse. So with the Knicks tape, it was like, fuck that, we the Knicks tape. Everything we do, we gonna do for each other. Everybody gonna contribute something to this pot from an emotional standpoint. Everybody gonna contribute something to this pot from a creative standpoint. And when Melo launches shoe, we all going. When Amari do a tattoo party, we all going. When Tyson do photography and do his photo gallery, all going.
You know, that was the era of before you, which was with Ewing, Star. They would all shave their head. They would all do something as unity, and you felt that energy, and those probably was my favorite years as a Knicks fan. Yeah, because of that energy with Mace and all of that. And you felt they was together. I actually feel that right now with this group of Knicks. You know what I'm saying? That they're together, like they like each other. Let's say you could feel
that's the whole thing about a team, man. Is just you gotta figure out like the 13th man should be a star and should have an entourage, but you should know that you're a star in this. This is our shit. So the Knicks tape actually gave the Knicks a steel curtain, an identity that everybody in the hood can adopt to. Because you know, every time you come to the Knicks, it's like Knicks, corporate, Madison Square Garden, suits, yelling, you know, the pressure, media. The Knicks tape was like, shit, man, we a crew. We gonna move like a crew. You know what I mean? We gonna hang with the rappers. We gonna do all kinds.
They should bring you inside of the Knicks organization.
And at the same time,
never forget this. Shit. Just breaking this down, I know they don't see it that way.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, when Phil Jackson got there, the first thing he did was do away with the Knicks tape. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
they do use the Knicks tape now. My nephews and them always talk that Knicks tape shit.
Yeah, it ain't never going away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It ain't never going away because it's a movement now. You know what I mean? I see people in the airport, they be like, tape. Me and Kenya Martin, we see each other. We still, you know, we have our own shake. You know, kind of everything we like just that whole little energy and that vibe was like, it was critical because that was the first time I felt like, and like when I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, dude, we got to build something in New York. You know, Jay-Z got Brooklyn. Brooklyn got the black and white, got the black, white, and gray. So remember we had all the Knicks tape was Old English, right?
Yeah.
So I went to the NWA font, the LA, you know what I mean? And I started making black and white beanies, saying Knicks tape, black shirts, saying Knicks tape. So it wasn't like, you know, you couldn't just, it wasn't just orange and blue because you can't wear orange and blue all day. You know what I mean? It's like a uniform. So it was like, how can we break up these colors? How can we bring other different colors and a vibe, you know, and start.
That's your artistry, nigga.
And so Mello started creating shirts and designing shirts. Dude started designing all kind of shit. And then
shout out Mello, man.
Yeah, Mello a good dude.
That's a great dude.
J.R. Smith.
Another great dude.
Like Mari, Shump.
Yeah.
And we was loaded up. Tyson. We had a good vibe.
Yeah.
We had a great energy of guys, and I just think
so let's keep basketball going, right? Let's go from the NBA. Let's go to Streetball for a minute.
Yeah.
Because we brought you in. How was that experience when I bring you for the first time into Rucker Park? Playing ball all the time, all over. What was that energy and vibe like? Give him a taste of that when you played for Murder Inc. at Rucker.
One, dangerous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the time.
That must
at the time, we weren't coming to New York.
Yeah.
And New Yorkers wasn't coming to LA.
No.
It wasn't cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't all the way up. It wasn't live.
Nah, that's a fact.
If you in LA, you better be with somebody.
Yeah, it's fact.
If you in, and that goes back to the whole Nick thing, right? You in New York, you better go find somebody to fuck with.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had been in the league for a while at the time, and I, you know, fuck with everybody in New York, so I had like a cool vibe. When I met these dudes, it was like, yo, you got to come out to the Rucker. I was like, man, I said, remember, it was like 3 weeks talking about you coming
before you, to get you to come.
Oh, man, nah. I'm like, call them on Tuesday, like, man, I'm coming this week. I'm coming to the Rucker this week. Thursday, I'll be like talking to the homies, like, man, you think I should go play in the Rucker? Like, hell nah, nigga, what the fuck you going to the Rucker for? Nigga, he's crazy. But I'll be like, nah, bro, I ain't coming. I just kept putting it off. And I was like, man, I was nervous.
Yeah.
For one.
You know, most NBA players, when they come to that park, that's the vibe.
Yeah, before I even got there.
They're nervous.
Like, I didn't know what it was. I was just reading about it.
Sure.
I started watching, all the old N1 shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, okay, this shit is like, I'm thinking about all the shit that could possibly happen to me.
Yeah.
You know, at this point in my career, like, yo,
we
if
got
I come out here, basketball-wise, if I come out here and start breaking, be embarrassed, like, you know, I'm going through
it
like
happened
the
to so many,
right?
Yeah, it happened to a lot of NBA players. They came out there and they was getting dealt
because they came out there with the wrong mentality.
Yeah,
they came out there with their NBA suit on.
Yeah,
you can't do that in the street. You know what I mean? We don't have street basketball in LA.
Right.
We don't have that.
You don't have it. You know, one of my reasons for bringing someone like yourself is two parts. Of course, aside from fun with you, but it's for the players that play in the game, in the park. They don't get the opportunity to play. Yeah. So this is their only time they could actually showcase against this A-list talent. And that's what I love to do to this day. I would love to see Steph come and play. Like, I would love to see Steph Curry, and it's a guard game. It's not. I can't get a street baller that's 7 foot. So I can't get bigs. I can go up to about 6'8", 6'9". I can't go further than that. But when you bring in these players like that, they get to play like against Steve Francis, AI. They all played in this Rucker Park.
Bro, that was the year.
Yeah,
that was the year. Like when I got there, I was like, man, all right, fucking, I'm coming to the Rucker.
Made your name.
Yeah, man, I walked out
instantly, there. Once they play, they give you a name,
love.
But the way he played,
you gotta go make a name, and when you're in the
you gotta
Rucker,
make
bro,
a
you gotta
name.
go make your name. And I was like, fuck it, I'm out here. You know, CG got me out here, Irv out here.
We out there crazy.
Oh, we went up and man, we went up.
It was so much fun. It was so much
threes.
fun, and that's again the name Too Easy was birthed.
Yeah, I got walked off the court too.
Yeah.
You know, before halftime.
Oh yeah.
So that's one of the first times in Rucker history.
That's a fact.
You know, usually people get ran off the court towards the end of the game after they have a
After
monster game. Mine was like I could have left at half. They kept telling me, "Don't go back. We done.
Yeah, we done.
Don't
we was
show
like,
up
it's
again.
over.
It's over.
It's over. You did
It's
it.
like, yo, it ain't even halftime. It's over. It's epic." But you know, I don't know the vibe and all that. So I was just out there, just like, man, if I do this, like, I'm gonna be the. Then I thought about it. I said, bro, I'm about to be the first person from the West Coast to ever play in the Rucker.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Be the first dude from
history,
LA
baby. History.
to ever play in the Rucker. You know what that is gonna do?
You know what Chris created
LA?
that I think is tougher than playing at the Rucker? Is trying to perform at halftime at Dyckman. But what they do boy.
That's
Safari.
That's because he
but that
went
energy.
too far. He went too far.
Right,
he
but
was saying
he was
telling
nervous.
the audience he was fucking their bitches and all of this shit.
He showed up.
Who did that?
Safari.
Yeah, but listen,
They started throwing
no, but
everything.
you know why?
He looked for it. He got out of his safe. Thank God he got out of his safe.
Hey, they're harder on the rappers because he came out like with his NBA suit. I'm Safari. And it was like, this shit is whack. They started booing him. He didn't know what to do. He's like, and man, he lucky they didn't jump.
He
on
got
him.
out.
Man, you can't. You know, it's like.
But that energy in the park, I was trying to see what I wanted to get
crazy,
from it is where does it rank? You played in the NBA, you
That
played
shit
in
was up
collegiate.
there. Look, I'm telling you,
Like-
that first time in the Rucker, and remember we played the $1 billion Rucker game.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That's
too.
right.
Like just the energy at Rucker, and then when we came back and brought, you know, when I coached the LA squad, I had never seen a game like that.
Right.
I never seen a basketball game
Man.
end like that.
That was, again,
Or,
LA
like,
Unified.
yeah, man, it was like LA Unified,
that
New
last
York
year?
Unified.
This is 2
year
years.
before.
2 years, yeah.
And like just like it was like a beautiful scene in a movie of basketball culture. And at the end of the day, like
And this was at Dyckman.
nobody was tripping who won or lost. Like even though we know, like you know, New Yorkers they be cheating when they come
East Coast, we won. It was East West, you know what I
motherfuckers
mean?
be
East Coast, we won.
Hey, cheating. Goddamn
Yeah,
it.
there was a lot of home court advantage. I will say that.
It was 5.
I won't say cheat.
It was 5 on 250 people on the court. On the court.
On the court. The craziest was
Dinero.
they was at the end of the
you
game.
going to go shoot a 3. Hold on.
Oh, I get it.
Hold on. You going to go.
Everybody's on the court.
Hey, no, you going to go shoot
That was
the 3.
Dyckman, right?
Dyckman.
Yeah, you running down. You about to shoot the 3. You like, excuse me, homie. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
they
They right
They
there.
right next to
They
you.
right.
They right next to you. You better
they
miss.
Standing on the 3-point. They standing on the
Talking
in front
dirty.
of you on the 3-point line.
You know, the
dirty.
craziest one was it was a close game at the end. We came back. They had a big lead at halftime. We come back, and they were at the free throw line, and dudes is literally walking in front of them,
Hey,
talking
man.
about, yo, you better not make this free throw. And they walk just walking by.
Hey, you know, you line up. Usually, if somebody
And the
step
team,
in the lane,
so
it's
listen
a
to
what?
me.
Violation.
But hold on.
They got people walking like it's a street sign. You know what I mean? Like it's New York
But
traffic.
hold on.
And they talking shit.
Hold on, I was talking to BD the whole game, and what happened was he's looking at me and he's like, "Yo, this is crazy." But the players, they never seen nothing like this. You could see they was a little intimidated, fear.
It's just weird for them.
They never played like that. They never played like that.
They were frustrated.
Yes, because they couldn't. You brought some ballers. I ain't gonna front. He
Because
brought
they
some
hoop.
hoopers.
Yeah, we hoop.
These niggas
you know
was
what I mean?
jumping through
and
the-
then they like, yo, what is all this crazy shit?
Yeah.
And I said, you know, I got in the huddle. I said, man, fuck it, man, just roll with it.
Just gotta go.
Like y'all never experienced no shit like this.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we know this ain't no traditional basketball game, but this some shit you gonna be talking about for the rest of your life. So don't even trip.
That's Dyckman
Just
all the
play.
time.
You know what I mean? Don't even
No, but
trip. Let's just try it.
This is the reason with Dyckman.
They not gonna let us
win. Nah, listen, to me. You could win. You gotta earn it.
Fuck
You gotta earn it.
Hey, they not gonna.
You know, I did an East-West game, and I had like Brandon Jennings. This is without you. This is before you. We had Brandon Jennings, DeRosa.
Stop. That was for the Elite 24.
No, this is a different year. I'm telling you.
They was pros?
Yeah, they pros.
Hey, then we
and we beat them. We beat them too. So you know, LA got 0-2.
I remember that.
Yeah.
No, y'all see.
Game was over there.
I got it on
I brought
tape.
all of that in. Don't worry about it. But you know what?
I got the documentary Road to the Rucker. I brought an LA team out here. I documented it. Because I was like, all right, I know. This was the second year we came. We've been like 5 or 6 times. Second year, I was like, I'm documenting this shit because I know how to beat them.
Yeah, term talk this shit all the time.
Yeah, we had a squad. We brought the gangsters. We put the gangsters on the team. We had everybody in New York that we basically sent invitations to all our homies on New York like, hey, no cheating. Y'all with us. We took them to dinner, hung out with them for the game.
Buddy hustle. They buddy hustle niggas.
And it's on tape. It's called Road to the Rucker. We got it. I'm gonna release the DVD.
It's all good.
But it was good. But that was epic though, man, because like if you think in that moment in time and culture, LA and New York wasn't fucking with each other.
Right.
LA and New York rappers definitely weren't fucking with each other.
Facts.
The only way this shit could have happened was through basketball.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, fuck it, I'm going to the Rucker. You know what I mean? You're a little scared. You don't, you know what I mean? Like you hearing all the other shit. And then these dudes took care of me so good, bro.
Appreciate that. Explain, though, because that leads me right to LA Unified. Mm-hmm. So explain why that concept LA Unified came up, because that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, basically.
This is LA Unified. Yeah. We're East, you know, New York Unified. And we'll do Houston and Unified and Atlanta, and we want to spread it out and then create that kind of synergy and league almost, let's call it.
No, for sure.
For Streetball or
for basketball.
For basketball.
For city basketball.
But what gave you that concept, like with LA Unified? What was it for?
It was a New York trip. It was a New York trip that I started like thinking of the idea. I was in Africa, and I was going through all that shit with Donald Sterling about the racism and all that. This is before all the bullshit, Chris Paul stuff, and like this shit, the documentary and all, like when he got caught. So I was struggling with like, yo, I'm going to these games, bro, but I'm not feeling good about winning. Because if I win, he win. If he win, he think, man, fuck that. You know what I mean? And so like,
that's
crazy. You know what I mean? Like I ain't 100% healthy, right? Because now I'm just
and that would be a mental health aspect.
That's mental health, bro. All
like,
that shit is mental. So I went to Africa. I was like, fuck it, man. I'm gonna go do some NGO work. I'm gonna see my people. You know what I mean? I need to appreciate something different in life. And the same thing that I had with the Rucker, I had with Africa.
Wow.
Like, man, I'm gonna go to Africa. No, I ain't fucking going out. What I'm gonna get sick. I'm gonna do this. You know what I mean? Like I started thinking about all it, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm going. Go to Rwanda. Shit changed my life.
Yeah.
I see black dudes walking down the street, hugging, headlocking each other. Like, you know what I mean? Everywhere I turn is black people.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
It's fucking me up, dude.
Yeah.
We're not used to that. They like, what's up, man? They like, I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm from LA.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, bro, you from here.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, why y'all touching me? You know what I mean? Like, and this is our culture over here. Why y'all touching me?
Yeah, don't touch me. But over there, it's
they over there like,
good.
Bro, you here? What's happening?
It's love.
And when I started seeing that, I called Pooh. Pooh, Pooh.
Mm-hmm.
I called Pooh.
And you're in Rwanda.
I'm in Rwanda.
Wow.
You know what I mean? We would go see the gorillas.
Yeah.
Track with the gorillas.
Gotta check in with
like
the apes. Gotta check in with the apes.
We wind up meeting Paul Kagame, the president. That's how Ivan is. Ivan, yeah. And so like I'm like, shit, bro, this could be something dope. And I call Pooh and I say, Pooh, I got it. He said, well, what is it? I said, look, I don't want to be the dude in LA. You know what I mean? Right now, like, I am who I am, got a brand, getting all this attention. Fuck that, bro. We LA Unified.
Yeah.
I said, all of us together, we gonna change the whole trajectory of this shit. We gonna bring the artists in, we gonna bring the rappers in, and we gonna show LA as like this culture of us, because we the next generation. We can all be Magic Johnsons. So like, I'm about to share everything I know with y'all. You know what I mean? I'm about to invest what I can in y'all and what we doing. And that's the concept of LA Unified, was like, take this opportunity to localize celebrity in your city. Right? Bring the spirit and the energy of us, right? The side that we usually, like, those are our moments. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta stop having moments where it's like, oh man, today was a good day.
No, it's got to be every
Fuck
day.
that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Every day.
And you do that through sports. You do that through art. You do that through music. You do that through culture. If we can bring us together, then whoever is next, they got to come fuck with us, and we going to open the doors for them. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that was like the whole concept, and it was just like, man, whatever I got, they got. If I'm flying private, Pooh them flying private. All the young high school dudes, they flying. You know how many dudes I had on a private plane?
I know.
Man, I brought like, and this is before NIL. You know what I mean? I had to call a school, send letter, like, man, you trying to, like, you can't give kids no extra perks. I tell the homies, I said, man, y'all get your ass on this plane, because y'all going to be on private planes, man.
Right.
Not fuck school, but at the same time, like,
experience.
You got to experience this, because so when you get there, it don't mean nothing to you.
Right.
We done already did it.
We've been there.
Exactly. So what's next? You know what I mean? And so that's like basically the concept of LA Unified, was like, we can build an institution in our cities.
Yeah.
We can build them through sports, through the arts, and
culture.
LA Unified, New York Unified, Chicago Unified. That's how we stop violence.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's how we start to, you know, fix problems. You know what I mean?
Within
That's
our
how we
culture,
start,
within our communities.
Bro, we've been going for, 15 years strong. Look
Right.
how many dudes, you know what I mean?
That you touched.
Look how many dudes that we touched.
Yes.
Look at all the shit that all the dudes from LA is doing. You know what I mean? And it's not like, oh, LA Unified did it. It's just the energy. Right? We got MVPs.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I could have probably been a top 5 point guard of all time and all that shit, but I didn't play it all out.
Right.
But at some point, I'm sure like a Russ or a James, when we interacted, they're like, oh, G, I'm trying to be like you. I'm like, you crazy, bro. You better than me.
Better. You could do more. You could do more than me.
And they did.
But that's what
And we
pioneers
celebrate
do.
them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
We celebrate them. When we get back, we're going to have a celebration for Paul Pierce for making a Hall of Fame.
That's right. The truth.
And you know what I mean? And they ain't about to be like the LA Athletic Club. You know what I mean? Like, we going to do it. We going to do it the way we do it, because when he see the basketball family and the basketball family, like, you got to draw that connection. You know what I mean? Because that
fine.
inspiration, like, that 13, 16, 17-year-old kid is like, that's a Hall of Fame. That's what a Hall of Famer looks like.
That's what he looked like. That's what he is.
I need to get there.
I can do it too.
All I need is a handshake, acknowledgement, or if he say 5 words to me.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Man.
Magic Johnson said, hey man, you pretty good, man. You should think about going to UCLA. That was before UCLA was recruiting.
Wow.
That was it. Eddie Jones came and was like, man, you ain't got no shoes? Pfft, gave me some shoes. That was it. I don't even want no. I want to be around it. So if we can put people in situations where they can be around us.
Yeah. We're gonna do it because LA Unified, New York Unified. We're gonna keep growing it and keep pushing it. Yeah, that's what it is.
Can't stop.
And then we're gonna cover it with S.L.I.C.
Bingo.
So let's talk about S.L.I.C. This is another entity you have. And what S.L.I.C stand for? Give the acronym for S.L.I.C.
Sports, lifestyle, and culture.
That's right.
Insiders.
Sports, lifestyle, and culture.
It's for the insiders. And I think now S.L.I.C is becoming more and more relevant because now we are actually becoming the storytellers.
Yeah.
And so we connecting the dots from 20, 30 years ago to now and showing like, oh, like there are some dope stores, dope IP. How'd you get
Sure.
You know, how'd you get there? Where did this whole shoe collaboration game come in?
We covered
you know what
the
I mean?
game for S.L.I.C. with Clash TV.
Shout out to Clash TV.
Shout out Clash. You know what I'm saying? Yvonne's.
That's the beauty of it, right?
But we covered it with you, and yeah, we worked together in the same space.
Bingo.
No issues, no problem. We covered those games. Yep. And that's very important that we could do those things as collaborations and work together. And that's why with LA Unified, S.L.I.C, and all of these endeavors, like it's so much synergies of what's going on in this culture right now. It's needed.